Andy's here. Lizette, Wilmer, welcome everyone. Hey, as everyone's coming in, we would love for you to drop in the chat where you're joining us from. Gigi and I are here in the RealtorDR office here in Sosua, and we'd love to know where you are coming in. So let us know, drop in the chat. Look at all you wonderful, beautiful people coming on.
We're also live on Instagram. So we're seeing a lot of people joining the live broadcast. Hello. Thanks.
All right. South Florida, Miami, Tennessee. Awesome. Welcome. We're just going to give everybody about a minute or so to pop on. Who here caught the Super Bowl last night?
I thought it was fun.
I did too.
Yeah.
My girls are hardcore Taylor Swift fans, so that's their motivation behind watching the Super Bowl was Tay-Tay, and they were not disappointed.
Yeah.
No, they were not. Where else? Who else is here? Tell us where you're joining us from. Drop it in the chat.
South Florida. I'm from Miami.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that after. Oh, a lot of them. A lot of Miami people, Tennessee.
Oh, Virginia, Ashburn. Yay. Hello. Welcome. Welcome, Nancy. Welcome, Jackie. New York. Hi, Kevin. Nice to see you all here tonight.
It's cool.
It is. It is. All right. Woodbridge, Virginia. We got a lot of people from Virginia tonight. Wonderful. North Carolina. Hi, Christopher. Great. We got Jocelyn and Ingrid. New Jersey. Hi, Nicole. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. We're so excited to have everybody here tonight. We'll give just, oh, Halifax, Canadian. Hi, Dave from Windsor, once upon a time. Sandy's from New York. Welcome, Sandy. Wonderful to see everyone tonight. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Monday. I don't know how it was in your neck of the woods, but we had an absolutely gorgeous classic day here on the North Coast of the Dominican Republic. So to honor everyone's time, we are going to get started. So I want everyone to give me just a moment of grace as we share our screen here. Okay, and let's get started because I want to respect your time because time is the one thing that we can't ever get back. So let's make sure we use ours to the best of our abilities today. Okay, so welcome. We are delighted to have you on this webinar tonight on this Monday, February 12th, 2024. And we are bringing to you tonight 222. Where you can invest in style in Playa Encuentro here on the north coast of the Dominican Republic, where we call home. So we're going to just jump right in. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Michelle Bourdeau. I'm originally from Canada once upon a time. I moved to the DR 25 years ago, back in 1999. I learned to windsurf and decided to stay. So in 2003, I purchased my first home. 2015, I sold that and bought another one. So I'm not just a realtor, but I am also a client here in the Dominican Republic. I opened and ran a successful massage therapy practice, which I parlayed into an award-winning spa. And in 2021, I decided to jump in and I joined the team here at RealtorDR, which is how we all came to be together tonight. And now I would love to introduce my beautiful, wonderful colleague, Ms. Gigi.
Thank you, Michelle. Thanks to everybody who's joining on today. Really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to listen to us. I'm Gigi. I'm Dominican, but from the USA, Miami specifically. So really happy to see a lot of South Florida people here on this webinar. I've been living in the Playa Encuentro community where 222 condominiums and residences is since 2013. I came to visit on vacation and I was offered a job, and it was probably the best decision I ever made to raise my family here. I've worked a lot of different things, done a lot of different things. Most recently, I joined the inaugural team here at RealtorDR. So I've been here since day one, and it's been an amazing ride. And we're really excited to share this project.
Yeah, we are. And not to forget, over here, we have our beautiful Natalie Nero, who is a new member of our team at RealtorDR. She's going to be supporting us in the chat today. So any questions that you might have, she's going to be helping us with that as we move through tonight. So let's keep going. Okay, for those of you, I'm guessing most of you know a little bit about the Dominican Republic, but in case you didn't, we're going to do a quick 2-second overview. So the DR is on the island of Hispaniola, which we share with Haiti. The Dominican Republic 2/3 to Haiti's western 1/3. We are one of the largest islands in the Caribbean. We have the largest mountain peaks. We're an incredibly mountainous island. We have a variety of different environments here on the island. And our population is around 11.5 million people just in the Dominican Republic. That it doesn't even include Haiti. So you can see we are a very robust, large place. So that's a bit about the DR, but so why? Why should you consider coming here and investing here? Well, the DR has probably like the most friendliest culture I've ever experienced in any of the Caribbean islands that I have ever been to. Dominicans are wonderful, happy to share their island and their culture with you. There is obviously gorgeous landscapes here. We have a diverse international community, especially here on the North Coast. There are many, many people from all over the world that live here, which is, it's a breath of fresh air. We have quality food, we have affordable healthcare, we have great schools, and just like where 222 is based, we host an amazing array of outdoor water sport activities, surfing, windsurfing, kite surfing. It's all here for you to come and play. So let's dive into 222 because it's the reason why we're all here tonight. Now that you know just a little bit about the island and why you might want to come here, I'm going to hand it over to Gigi.
So Playa Encuentro community, I can easily say, I mean, of course I'm biased, but it's my favorite place here in the Dominican Republic. One of the things that makes it special is that it has a very consistent wave. So it's friendly for beginners.
Yeah.
And it's part of the reason why it's had such an organic growth. People come here, they enjoy the lifestyle, they like it, and they start to figure out a way to stay. Other cities that you might know more or have heard of more are Sosua and Cabarete, which are both just like 8 minutes away to each direction from the Playa Encuentro community. And it's not just about surfing. There's also all the other water sports that Michelle mentioned. And of course, it's a beautiful community with, a lot of people from all over the world, all different walks of life. And it's just a really nice blend. And I think it's special. I hope that we can show that to you guys today.
Yeah. So the community, speaking of our beautiful community, Playa Encuentro has a really special and unique vibe and a unique group of people that tend to spend most of their time there. And 222 sits right in the heart of it. So it's only 300 meters from the beach, where you can literally, you've got a 2-minute walk, and we're going to show you that in a second on the map, exactly where it's located. But it is friendly, it is laid back, and everything you can think about when it comes to a surfer type of lifestyle and vibe and energy, that's exactly what Playa Encuentro is and how it feels to spend time there.
So this is the Playa Encuentro community, just, the Google Maps version of it so you can see. You'll see there's a lot of different construction sites because there has been a lot of development. Over the last 5 years, there's probably been close to 300 units built, and maybe by 2025, a little bit over that. And it's because, like I mentioned earlier, people like it here and they're investing in here heavily, and not just the infrastructure, but also other cool things like, fitness and yoga studios, there's schools, there's food truck parks and plazas and shops. And then of course, all the beachfront businesses that have been there all along that really kind of started this community years and years ago.
Yeah, absolutely. And 222 is coming in right at the peak of when everything is just going off here in Encuentro. And this is why it's so important that we share this with you today, because we want you to have the opportunity to get in on the ground floor. So here's the map of exactly where 222 sits.
Zoomed in.
Yeah, zoomed in. So here's the beach here. These are some of the best surf breaks in the Caribbean, and especially the best ones in all of the Dominican Republic. And here's 222. You are 300 meters, like not like 90-second walk to the beach. So it doesn't get better than that. And Gigi, I don't know, I don't know of any other project in Encuentro that gets you this close to the water at the price point that 222 is going to offer for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, with the financing, it's a game changer.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
So here it is. Here's your first snap at what 222 is going to look like.
So there'll be parking, the parking gates are electronic, there'll be,
See that here?
yeah, there'll also be some storage units, which are really useful if it is gonna be a rental investment for you. These storage units are gonna be where you get to keep your personal items while you rent this unit out while you're away. And then, of course, there's all the cool infrastructure stuff like a backup generator, garbage, sewage, all of that.
Yeah, we'll go into detail about that coming up. So here, let's take you inside now. So here's some of the renders. Obviously, these are renders because it's not built yet completely. But how beautiful is this? This is going to be phase one, building one. There's going to be 2 buildings in total. There'll be 24 units when it's all completed. But today we're talking about phase one, building one. There's going to be 12 apartments. There's going to be pool and social areas. There's 2 and 3 bedroom units available. As Gigi was saying, there's assigned parking, private parking, 24-hour security. There's an on-site gym, a co-working space, which is awesome, and a storage unit. Because most of us, I do believe, even though we end up going on vacation, we still have to work a little bit. And it's nice to have a nice private space to go away and do that.
So just to go in a little bit deeper on the amenities here in the Dominican Republic, some of the things that you do want to make sure you're looking out for when you're investing here is backup water, backup power, and here at 222 that's taken care of. It is a 4-story building and there are 2 glass elevators per building, so don't worry about groceries or anything like that, or if you're, aging and you want to make sure that you don't have to go up 4 flights of stairs, 222 is taking care of that. And like Michelle said, that co-working space, that office space, I really think it speaks to the developers who really know their clientele. A lot of the people who invest here in the north coast of the Dominican Republic spend a lot of time working from home and would probably appreciate having an extra home office.
Absolutely, or else also the people who want to take more than 10 days or 2 weeks off and want to come down for a month and be able to keep working while they're here, but still stay here for that extended period of time. So again, here's a couple more renders of those communal areas. We've got our gym. Okay, so there's going to be this lovely little building here, which is going to host the gym and the co-working space. Here's a little snapshot of our pool. Okay, and it's quite a big pool, and it's Coralina deck. So for those of you who know, that Coralina is native to this island, but it's an incredible, beautiful stone that never gets hot. It is the perfect stone to use around your pool. And we've got a pool and a barbecue area, of course, because you get to have your friends over. And then again, there's that office space that we were talking about. 33 square meter boardroom with Wi-Fi and desk.
And also 2 bathrooms in the communal area. So when you do have guests over and they're hanging out at the pool or the co-working space after a meeting, they don't have to go up to your home to use the restroom. They can use the communal bathrooms.
So much better. So much better. So here's some more snapshots of the inside of what your unit is going to look like. So we've got a beautiful kitchen area, waterfall countertops. Okay, this would be a render of your dining area. All right, your living room. So the kitchen has granite countertop waterfall, okay? All of your cabinets. All of the rooms have AC units. So these are split units that we use here. And you have an enclosed terrace that overlooks the pool.
So this is a bird's eye view of the 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. So we have 8 units available of these, 4 on the ground floor and 4 on the second floor. And what's really beautiful and special about these is not only is it a big, wide open space, but it also has an enclosed laundry area, which is very useful. It's the perfect size for a washer dryer stack. There is a full bathroom outside that's just outside of the 2nd bedroom. And then of course the master bathroom has its own ensuite restroom, which is nice, keeps that one private.
Of course. Now let's jump in and check out the 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom. These are going to be the 4 units that are going to be available on the top floor. All right, they're obviously larger, coming in at 192 square meters. They're going to have a private rooftop jacuzzi. And here, I just want to let you know that where you see the slats here, that's a covered roof, but it's like this in the depiction so that you can see down into it and see what's underneath. So you've got a lovely little living area, the small kitchenette, and you've got another, here's your third bedroom. And now this bedroom is special because it has the ability to be locked off and used separately, which we'll get into the benefits of it later when we get into the income possibilities. But this is the staircase you're looking at from inside the unit going up to the rooftop terrace. And the third bedroom has a walk-in closet, okay?
So basically, the 3-bedroom unit is 2 stories. So the 3rd floor is just like the 2-bedroom apartments below it. But then it has an internal staircase that leads it to its private 4th floor, which is what you see in the render all the way to the left. That is the entire 4th floor, which is your own private rooftop that, like Michelle said, could be all locked off and treated like its own 1-bedroom condo.
All right. So this is what you've all been waiting to see. How much? Tell us what it's going to cost us to get into this. So we've got 2 possibilities for you. If you come in with all cash, okay, this is what we're looking at up here. So the developers have a currently, this is not going to last forever, by the way. So this is a current incentive for you to come all in, and you can get in for as little as $260,000. Okay, off of the price of $290, which it is if we get financing, which we'll go into in a second.
Yeah.
All right, so this is all cash purchase. So you can see the ground floor, 2-bed, 2-bath, okay, at 110 square meters. We have the 2 end units are at 270 and the middle units are at 260. Okay.
At the 2nd floor, it's 250 for the middle ones, 260 for the outside ones, and then the penthouses are 410 and then 420.
Oh yeah, that's right. 250 is what you can get in here for.
Yeah.
250.
Yeah.
Good, that was a good mistake. There we
So
go.
give or take 14% discount for a cash deal.
Yeah.
As you can see from the graph. Due at promise of sale is all of the highlighted yellow amount. But then what's really exciting about this is the financing. So the 10 years financing, private financing from the developer is really what makes this a game changer. So
Yeah.
at the full price of these condos, 50% down, and then a monthly payment as detailed here, this is what you can expect to pay in order to get in.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, so just so you guys realize, up here is all the all cash, okay, and this is how the payment structure is. All right, again, all of the yellow highlighted is what's due at promise of sale. All right, both for cash and for financing. This here, sorry, there's a little typo there. It shouldn't say cash purchase. This is financing. You can see the financing is at full price. So you can see the massive discount for coming in with all cash if you have it. But if you need financing, it's here for you. And it's actually great because we don't always have access to financing here in the Dominican Republic. So we're so delighted that these developers are able to offer this to you and all of our clients. So don't worry about trying to screenshot all of this. All of you who are registered for this webinar tonight are going to get the replay, and you're going to get this entire presentation emailed to you tomorrow. So never fear. You can relax and absorb as you will. Okay. So how do I make money? What is going to be my ROI? So this gets to be where we go next to show you the amazing potential that 222 has. So it is Airbnb friendly, meaning that you can go ahead and set up your own Airbnb. You can work with a property management company, whichever way you choose to gain clients, it's going to be welcome at 222. It's also going to be pet friendly. So those of you with dogs are going to be very, very happy because there's not a lot of places here that are all pet friendly. And you've got awesome rental potential. So in 2-bedroom units in Playa Encuentro can rent for 110 to 280 per night in short-term rentals, or long-term garner anywhere from 1,500 to 2,500 per month. And our occupancy in the area can get up to 70%. So and don't worry, we've done the math for you. So we're going to show you what that gets to look like.
Yeah. Average.
Yes, and that's
At
average. Yes,
70%.
that's
Yeah,
average.
some people do really, really well. And we have a lot of comparables too to show you. So I welcome questions. I welcome the challenge. If you want to see some of the proof that got us to these numbers, let me know and I'd be happy to go over it with you. So here on this next slide is going over the short-term rental analysis. So this is an amazing tool that we use to really inspect a property and see what it can do for us. So this is based on the financed model. It tells you here on this upper corner what the total cash is required. And to get that number, basically what we did is we added the down payment, the transfer taxes, which are usually a little bit less than that. We can explain that in person if you have more questions. The legal fees are actually $2,000 flat, but we're keeping our spreadsheet the way it is because we like to under promise and over deliver. And then additional costs, I put about 30 grand in furniture. You can definitely furnish a 2-bedroom for a lot less, but you know, we didn't want to spare an expense. We wanted it to, like I said, under promise, over deliver. So total cash required, high season rates, low season rates, based on 60% occupancy, and it'll still show us that from that, we can still get a monthly income of around 2,570 per month. So you still have a positive cash flow, but your renters are paying off your mortgage. Again, this is based on the financing model. This is the lower half of the spreadsheet. So again, more than happy to go through all the details for this, but for our webinar's sake, I'm going to go through it pretty quickly. We included in the expenses here the HOA fee, the property tax, which again, we'll go in through with you personally later. Average electricity for a 2-bedroom in the area, an internet package, the basic one that everyone gets. And we even put a repairs fund because, you know, we want you to be responsible homeowners and you never know what happens. So including all of that, these are the monthly expenses. Obviously compare that to the expected cash flow and you're still net positive on this, which is exciting.
So as Gigi mentioned, the really great thing with the financing option is that when you rent it successfully, your renters will be paying off your mortgage. So here these are, we want to show them now side by side. I did it the other way before so that for those of us who are visually challenged can see it.
So to the left, we have our long-term rental potential, and to the right, we have our short-term rental potential. So some people prefer the long-term rental model because they get somebody who gets to stay there all year. They know that they're going to get their rent on time, and they're going to have somebody that more often than not takes care of their property as if it's their own home. So even based with that on a monthly rent of $2,000, which is less than what other 2-bedrooms in the area are earning, again, we're still positive on cash flow. And so this goes through all the different expenses and all the different possibilities, and even goes through if you lowered the rent down to, you know, this amount, and if, you know, it goes through all the different numbers of how much, depending on how much rent you charge annually, or not annually, monthly for the year.
And over here on the right, again, showing you that short-term rental perspective. And again, here, when you have a chance to take some time and look at it carefully, on your own, you'll be able to see that we give you options for, you know, for sensitivity in all of these graphs, which can show you, if you play with your numbers, what they're going to look like. And so here, these are now the 3-bedroom numbers, again, long-term on the left, short-term on the right, that you could potentially get. And again, there's ROI positive all the time.
Yeah. So what's really exciting too about the 3-bedroom penthouse is because it has the 2 separate floors, owners could potentially separate them. So, you know, live in the 2-bedroom, rent out the super nice rooftop, or live in the rooftop and rent out the 2-bedroom. So there, it's kind of a little bit harder to calculate what the potential is for this one. But again, positive cash flow, even after the mortgage has been paid.
Yeah, that's ideal. Okay, so we've shown you a nice glimpse of what 222 could possibly be for you. And we want to just share with you, you know, Gigi and I have both not only invested, you know, we've invested our lives here. We've had our babies here. You know, I've been here for 25 years. I have businesses. This is a unique place. And this time in the world, it's a unique opportunity to capitalize on this country's growing tourism sector. We have an incredibly stable government on this island, especially with the Dominican Republic, and we have affordable property prices. I challenge you to go anywhere and find the incredible pricing that 222 has in its proximity to the ocean, in this incredible kind of community that we have. It's just, you're just not going to find it anywhere else. And this is why Gigi and I are so excited to bring this information to you and share this with all of you tonight, because for a few of you, this is going to be an amazing opportunity. And this is one of my favorite quotes about real estate, which is that real estate cannot be lost or stolen, nor can it be carried away. Purchased with common sense, paid for in full, and managed with reasonable care, it is about the safest investment in the world. I have invested here. I have purchased 2 homes, and I have reaped enormous benefits from it. And I want to share those with you, as does Gigi.
So this is what 222 looks like right now, which is exciting. These
Yes.
guys are very serious developers, which is why they are able to offer financing. It's not their first rodeo, and they're on time. They're already getting into the 2nd floor. It actually looks a little bit more advanced than this now. And that's good because it means that you will be in your new condo by Christmas of this year. So that's really exciting stuff. A lot of times with pre-construction, it depends on sales, but this one does not.
No.
They're moving right along, and we are sharing the progress updates pretty much on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, at worst, bi-weekly.
Yeah. So just know that stepping in here, for those of you who maybe haven't been here or maybe don't know Gigi and I, you know, at RealtorDR, we vet very carefully the people that we work with. And we want to make sure that if we're presenting a project to you, that we're presenting a project that has been thoroughly vetted and that we are absolutely 100% sure of the success of a project. These developers absolutely have what it takes. They have done it multiple times before. And as you can see, it's already happening. So let's get into some questions. I'm so excited to hear from all of you. I would say let's jump into the Q&A. All right, and bring up our chat. So I'm going to stop sharing our screen for right now. All right. So we've got Maxim's thanking Natalie. Who has some questions for us? Feel free, jump in either the chat or the Q&A. Anyone?
There's some answered here. Maybe we can.
Oh, there are some answers. There we go.
Okay, what are the requirements to be approved for financing? That is a great question.
There we go.
So they are going to do their own background check. They are.
Yeah.
They're going to do their own background check.
Yeah.
So there's not requirements like a bank would have, where they're going to give you the exact credit score and they're going to check this and they're going to check that. But they are going to do their own checks and determine if whether or not they want to give the financing. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yep. Then another one over here in the chat. Are there any special requirements to purchase if you're not a citizen? No. There are no, this country is a friend to foreign investment, and this government has made it extremely easy. You need a copy of your passport and a copy of your driver's license and enough money to close on the property, and that is all you require.
I see here, is the loan open or is it locked for 10 years? So no, there's no penalties. They're not trying to get the interest like a bank would. What they want to do is, develop more properties and put people into more homes. So if for any reason you wanted to pay off the loan earlier, you can with no penalties.
Yeah. So we've got, do we offer furniture packages for this project? I believe we don't currently have any furniture packages. However, I would be happy to help you with that, as that is my jam. That is my world of fun outside of real estate. So for anyone who needs assistance acquiring furniture, I can happy to help you. Otherwise, I know a couple of other people here who work in the area who would be delighted to assist you in acquiring all the furniture that you'd like.
So here it says, are you involved in the renting of these apartments? No, we as a Realtor DR, Michelle and I, and also as a brokerage, we're not involved in the renting of these apartments, but this is actually wonderful. Here it's best to be able to choose who it is that you want to work with. Maybe you meet someone that wants to take care of your property and help you have people get checked in and out, and you want to use someone like that instead of a property management company. So it's nice to have the freedom to choose who it is you want to work with, and we can definitely recommend different people to help you in renting your condo.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, there's another one?
Yeah, we've got some in the chat, some over here. So does the rooftop bedroom have its own access to the common building staircase elevator?
Yes, great question. Yes, and
Yeah.
that's what makes it so cool. So if you did separate those two units, then yes, somebody could take the elevator or the common staircase all the way up to the top.
There you go. So is it still true that you can get a temporary green card of investing over 200K? We don't have green cards here in the Dominican Republic. We have something called residencia. And it is true, however, you would need the assistance of a lawyer. It's not automatic simply because you make a purchase. You would need to pursue it and still provide all of the other information, like all of the documents that you would still need to provide. However, your investing over 200K allows you to fast track that.
And we can help you with that. We can definitely recommend immigration lawyers and help that if that's something that you want to do.
Yeah. Okay, we've got some more over here. Would I have access to the builder if I wanted to make upgrades or changes?
Yes, to a degree. They already are going to be completing this with super nice finishings. There's definitely room for in the end to go in and make some alterations, especially for the penthouse, depending on how it is that you want to close it off, but to a degree. It's important that the developer is able to finish on time.
Okay, hurricane season, we get this a lot. So yes, we are still in the Caribbean and we still have a hurricane season. However, the Dominican Republic, especially the North Coast, is fairly blessed when it comes to storms due to our mountains. So we are incredibly mountainous island. And like I said, we do have the highest peak in all of the Caribbean. And what that does for us is it always constantly buffers storms slightly off the coast. And for those of you who understand anything about weather, you know that just a little bit of high pressure is enough to nudge you away from the dangerous center of a storm, which generally is what happens here. Also, if anything is on track to hit us here directly in the North Coast, Puerto Rico always takes it for the team before it gets here.
Oh,
yeah, I know.
Say that for my...
I know, poor Puerto Rico. But that is the case. That is our benefit. It is in 25 years that I've lived here. Of course, I've seen many hurricanes pass over us and near us. But we have never had anything more than messy and wet, and maybe electricity down for a couple of days, but we all have generators, so it's not really that big of a deal.
If you want to know a little bit more about, weather and natural disasters in the Dominican Republic, we have a really good blog on our RealtorDR website.
Yeah.
It was written by somebody who knows a lot about the weather systems over here. So go ahead and give it a read and let me know what you think.
So let's talk about the condo and the maintenance fees. We had a question about that. And so condo and maintenance fees are going to be calculated at $2 per square meter.
They're set. It's $236 for the 2 bedrooms, because I think the ground floor loses a little bit of square meter because of the terrace.
Yeah.
But it's $236 for the 2 bedrooms and $390 for the 3 bedrooms. Those condo fees include the 24-hour security, all of the common areas. So let's say there is a storm and a branch falls and, the glass of something is broken, then, they do repair all of the common areas. They keep the pool looking nice. And then it's also gas to all of the units, because here we do a lot of gas stoves, gas top, as well as water and backup power. So it's important to have the maintenance fees. And even if you're living in a single family home outside of a gated community, you're going to be paying maintenance fees just to take care of things like backup power and backup water.
Yeah. So the proximity, so Felicia, just for you to get you caught up. So the proximity of the condos to the beach is 300 meters. You are a 2-minute walk to the water from 222. You are very, very close. And the closest beach is Playa Encuentro.
And it's a community surrounded by beaches. You're driving to Sosua Beach in less than 10 minutes, to Cabarete Beach in less than 10 minutes, Playa Grande, Playa Preciosa. I mean, you're on the coast of the Dominican Republic. So you can drive anywhere for 6 hours and you're going to be close to an ocean within 10 minutes.
Yeah, so now we have a question about hardware stores and supermarkets. So there are several small, what we call colmados here in the Dominican Republic, and there's several of them in and around the Encuentro area. The closest supermarket after that, you can go, you're kind of equidistant. So you can either go to the other end of Cabarete to Supermarket Janet's, or you can come this way to Sosua, to Superpola, which is where our offices are located, if you want to come say hi, or else a little bit farther to Playero. So you're no more than 10 minutes either way from a supermarket, and your closest ferreteria is going to be Linares in Cabarete, which is about a 5-minute drive from Encuentro once you get to the main road.
Yeah, it's pretty close to everything.
Yeah. So, okay, so I'm not sure what that whole question is. Something about a walkthrough, but I'm not quite sure what that's about.
We'll go over a warranty. So that's the other thing, is this project, like Michelle mentioned earlier, has been really vetted. So the contracts are already drawn up and we're happy to go over the details with you. This project does have a 1-year warranty. So owners will have up to 1 year to report any kind of deficiencies, which are standard for pre-construction projects, like maybe there's an outlet that is faulty or something like that. So you'll have up to a year to present this, and the builders will take care of that.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of the question when he said walkthrough.
And so Aiden's got a question about the percentage rate on the builder financing. So what's the rate on the financing again?
7%.
7%, which is pretty good these days. The banks here for, for expat, financing, it's at 9. So considering you're getting 7 locked in for 10 years is amazing. Yeah, hands down. Okay, have we had any, Okay, there you go. Crime rate. We here up on the North Coast benefit from being in a small town, and being in a small town and actually being in a small area and community that's actually quite prosperous means that the crime levels are not very high. We are pretty good on that. I've lived here 25 years. I'm a single mom. I've got 2 kids, and it's just the 3 of us at home, and I've never ever had an incident here in this country.
We have lots of podcasts actually that you can look on our RealtorDR YouTube channel, where we kind of talk more in depth about that if security is your concern. But 222 does offer 24/7 security, and it is a community that has a lot of different condo complex or villa complexes in it. So there's security guards pretty much all over the place. And it's a place where I feel pretty safe, but like my grandma says, we're not in heaven yet. So let's be smart, and if you have any more questions about crime or safety, schools, anything like that, definitely reach out to us and let us know, and we'll be happy to educate you on how things are over here.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got another question here. How far are the resorts? So in this area, we're not inundated with all-inclusive resorts like say you would be in, in Cancun or Punta Cana, those kinds of things. We do have some all-inclusive resorts, like Cabarete's got 1, Sosua's got
2 or 3.
1, yeah, 2 or 3. And then Playa Dorada in Puerto Plata is where you would find, a large handful of them. That was our former resort capital of the North Coast. So Puerto Plata is what, 40 minutes away these days? About 40, 30 from Sosua, 40 from Cabarete. And that's where you would find some other all-inclusive resorts. But Cabarete and Sosua offer incredible nightlife with restaurants and bars and beach right on the beach. So it's an amazing place to come and stay and not need a resort. Hope that answers that question, buddy. That's it. Do we have any more? It's great.
I don't see anything.
No, I think that's it. Does anyone else have anything else they'd love for us to bring up? Oh, we
So
do.
the community here, yes. So here on the north coast of the Dominican Republic, we have the largest community of immigrants, people who have come from other places, come from other countries and have moved over here. And that's part of what makes it a little special. You'll meet people here from all over the world. It's pretty much a half and half Dominican community and immigrant community, and that's part of what makes it really cool. And yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
massive community, largest in the Dominican Republic.
Absolutely. Land tax fees. Yep, there are. So here, I'm assuming you're going to ask about property taxes. So property tax wise, what you're looking at is there's a threshold, which currently is around 170,000 US dollars. It's based in pesos, so it's always fluctuating a little bit. Whatever the value is of your property over that amount. Okay, so if your property would be registered, say at $250,000, you would pay the difference between 170 and 250, and you would pay 1% of that amount per year in property taxes.
Yeah.
Okay. How certain is 222 to be finished in the month of December?
Certain, it's certain. Actually, they're saying end of October, but we're giving it, like I said, we like to under promise and over deliver.
Yeah.
So we're saying December 2024. But of course, written in the contracts are certain safeguards for buyers. So if they are late in the construction, there are penalties for the builder. So I think it's something, well, I don't want to say how much it is per day, but there's a rate if they are late in the construction.
Okay. What's the minimum down payment to qualify for financing? That is 50%. Yeah.
50% down.
Yeah, so 50% down, which is where we're at right now, based on the amount of construction that has happened at this point. So it'd be 50% down, and then you would begin your payments after that.
And the payments begin when they give you the keys.
Yeah. Oh, good. Ooh, nice. So you get in now, you don't start paying until like January.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay, so is there a second parking spot if I rent it out part-time for my guests?
There is guest parking. And then there's of course like other places where you can park, like on the road, but no.
Yeah.
One parking spot, and then the 3 bedrooms have 2 parking spots, and then there are a few guest parking.
Concrete foundation and walls? Yep. So in this country, the majority of construction is always rebar and concrete block. Yeah.
Yeah, so pure cement, which is really nice. It's not the kind of place where after 10 years a property's falling apart.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
What percentage of the purchase price will the builder finance for a well-qualified buyer? 50%.
Yeah.
So they will finance 50% of the purchase price for you.
Okay, how far is the airport? Great question. So the airport's approximately 20-minute drive to Playa Encuentro. So
Yeah.
20 minutes.
And
Easy.
then that's the Santiago airport, which is a little bit more used, I guess, because Santiago is the second biggest city in the DR.
Yeah.
That one's only an hour and 15 minutes away. And then the Santo Domingo airport, the capital, that one is about 3 hours and 15 minutes away. So it's a really small country, and you can kind of travel and see the whole thing. And yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, and if not, then Puerto Plata is your game, and you're 20 minutes from out of the doors and to your condo. All right. No, we've got more, but wait, there's more. Okay. Yeah, so yes, no, there's no comforter on this particular project. So you are correct, Felicia. What is the closest major road to go to Puerto Plata? Well, the closest major road is Carretera 5, and that is the main road that runs through. So where you enter into Encuentro from the main road, that is the main road that also takes you to Puerto Plata. So it is 2-minute drive from the condos to the main road.
Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah, 2-minute walk to the main road, 1-minute drive.
All right, so latest, yeah, latest it will be December. Yeah, we answered that about the parking. Have we missed anything? I don't think so. All right.
You have suggestions for cleaners? Yes, of course. We can definitely make suggestions for all kinds of services that you're gonna need.
Yes.
That's our specialty. Michelle and I are very active members of our community as well. even outside of real estate. So of course, we are happy to give you a list of preferred partners to help you with all your
your things.
property needs. Yes,
Yeah.
everything. Everything
Your
from
taxis,
paint, plumbers,
your electricians, your air conditioning people.
I've
all
got
of
a
the
nail lady, everything.
Yes. Okay. I think we have any more? Okay, we mentioned the 4 schools. Can we tell you a bit about them and how far are they? Yeah, absolutely. Because we both have kids.
Can I take this one?
Yes, you
So one of the
go.
things that's really cool about Playa Encuentro is it actually right now has 3 different schools. 4 if you count one that's just in the neighboring community. And this is really cool. One of the schools is going to have its international accreditation and go up to grade 7. The other 2 go up to, I think, grade 9, and another one goes up to maybe 2nd grade or something. So it is a community that is growing and changing, and really just improving.
Yeah, and then for those who maybe have high school age children, there are 2 other major international schools within a 10-minute drive of 222, which are Isla Academy, where my kids go, and the International School of Sosua, and there's also the European School. We are actually inundated here with a number of very good, very qualified schools. So that is one thing. If you've got children that want to come down here, if you're looking to relocate, this is an incredible place to do it. You and your children will be well taken care of. There's something for everyone.
Yeah, because this community has such a large population of immigrants, there's been just such a huge growth in that area, especially when it comes to schools, programs for kids, even, like summer camps and things like that. There's just all kinds of stuff for kids now.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so insurance for the property. We have a number of different preferred partners that we can send you to get some quotes for insurance. And so it's not complicated. And we can connect you with those people, and you can sit down with them and choose the policy that's going to work best for you.
We just got a question about, is the water safe to drink, local food, or is it shipped in? And are there hospitals on the island? Yes, we have lots of hospitals and clinics nearby, thank goodness. And Dominican Republic actually makes a lot of its own food. So we're actually a big exporter of food instead of importer. But that being said, you can find stuff that doesn't grow here on the island because we have such a large community here of people from all over the world. So you're going to be able to find your quinoa and your cherries and
your Rice Krispies and your Jell-O.
Yeah. Water safe to drink though? No, not like the municipal water, but there's a very easy solution to that. For something like $1,200 or $1,500, you can get a system that purifies your water and makes it potable for the whole household. Or, you can do it how the majority of people do it here and use regular water for washing dishes and then buy drinking water in the large 5-gallon big jugs.
Yeah.
So it's a normal part of our culture here to have the 5-gallon jugs pretty much at every corner because everyone's drinking that.
Yeah. No, absolutely. So how are we doing, everyone? I think we're doing quite well. Anyone else? Does anyone else have any questions? Go for it. You have our undivided attention, so feel free to pick our brains. Okay. So we hope that tonight has been super informative for you. Hang on. Oh, great. Thanks, Ty. We appreciate that. We hope that tonight has been incredibly informative for you all. And we want to encourage you to reach out. Most of you have received some communication from either from myself or from Gigi or from your local agent, if that's who you found this webinar through. I want to encourage everyone, reach out and just have a conversation. For those of you who are ready to step in today and tonight and tomorrow, I want you to reach out and make sure that you reply to the email or the text message that was sent to you in the last day or two. All right. And then that way we will be sure to reach out to you tomorrow morning and make sure that we get to have that conversation, answer some of those final questions for you and help show you the process with which to move forward. And that process is actually quite simple. It is not super complicated. We are not in North America. And so in some ways, the real estate process is a little bit more simple, but we'd love to have the opportunity to go deeper with you and help you create that connection between you and 222. So, thanks, Robert. I saw your name on there. I'm happy that you were here tonight. So for Gigi and I, we are very, very grateful for all of you taking the time tonight. We look forward to welcoming the few of you who are going to step in and become our new neighbors. And for the rest of you, feel free, again, you are connected to us. If you want to go in some other way, then feel free. Again, we are here for you. We are here to assist you and take care of you and make sure that this process is easy and smooth for you. Okay.
Thank you.
Have a great night, everyone, and we'll talk to some of you early in the morning.